We're back with another 2021 rookie profile. Is Javian Hawkins a Heat seeker? Better watch and find out. It's Brad from RotoHeat and RookieDraftGuide.com. Welcome back to the channel. We're glad you're with us. If you haven't subscribed already, really, let's do that right now. If you have, thank you. We appreciate it. We love all the love and support you guys have sent us over the years as we continue to grow this thing up. Hit the like button. Let's get this up to 100 likes. Let's tell YouTube that this content is important. It has to get out to the world. We have to go worldwide. And don't forget, check out RookieDraftGuide.com. All right, it's your one question per show. Is Javian Hawkins a top 10 fantasy rookie running back in this class? Let me know in the comments below. Hawkins, very similar stature to another guy in our rookie reviews. 5'9", 196-ish, right around the 200-pound mark. You know, it'll be interesting to see with prepping for the combine and prepping for pro days and all that, where he really weighs in at. But you know, 5'9", around 200 pounds is perfectly fine size-wise. Coming out in the 2018 class, if you check the usual places, 247 Rivals, some of those. 3-star prospect, you know, kind of in the mid-20s as an all-purpose back. You know, nothing that was overly exciting when it came to the high school profile coming out. You know, he got a fair amount of offers. You know, Louisville obviously is where he went. You know, but App State, Boston College, Cincy. You know, so some fairly solid schools, schools that have produced NFL caliber talent over the years. So it's definitely an intriguing prospect. You know, I have read that there are whiffs that he ran in the kind of the 4.3, 4.4 range early on. You know, so he's obviously a speedy young man. His high school profile is that, you know, just a kind of a speedy kid, all-purpose back, can do a lot of different things. Went to Louisville, had a really stellar 2019. Was fine in 2020. You know, they obviously only played 8 games, so you know he was averaging over 100 yards a game. You know, he finished 2020 with 822 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. But 2019 he had 13 games, 264 attempts. That's a ton of attempts. 1,525 yards, 9 touchdowns. Also added in 4 receptions. This last year in 2020 had 16 receptions. You know, so a little bit of involvement in the passing game. Definitely not as much as maybe we'd like to see from a player that looks to probably be one of those kind of second down, third down, passing down type complementary backs. You know, but he's very dynamic. You saw that with the ball in his hands at Louisville. He could do just about everything you could ask for him. You know, right around the 200-pound mark. Those guys always have a little bit more trouble between the tackles, just fighting through a lot of that. But he did well. You know, he is very quick. You know, elusive would be another word. You saw a lot of that on film. You know, and I would remind you guys, like I do in all these videos, you're hearing a lot of the same stuff when it comes to checking out RookieDraftGuide.com, because we put all of this here. We've created RookieDraftGuide.com to be a one-stop shop. So we have Javian Hawkins film up there. We have all of our guys' ratings, and as we go through the combine process, we'll put combine results and all the other fun stuff where you need to draft him at. That's all going to be in there, you know. So definitely make sure you keep it locked to us, not only here on YouTube but over on the websites. You know, when you're looking for college film of his to watch, you know, basically anything in 2020, he looked pretty good. I mean, you know, I know he only got 8 games in of film. 2019, if you want to look, you know, Syracuse was a good one to watch. As well, you know, but 2020 you got to see a nice mix of the good and the bad. So he definitely comes out of college with some things to prove, some things to grow on, but definitely performed well in that Louisville offense. So the reason that you come to us to let us bestow the things that our team puts together, the knowledge bombs that we throw out here on the internets, what do you do with Javian Hawkins? You're on the clock, mid-second round, late second round. You're getting that itch to grab a running back. Maybe you win all wide receivers, tight ends, quarterbacks, whatever you would have done in your rookie draft, and you're looking for a sneaky guy, a gadgety guy, if you will, to to put on your taxi squad to see what happens. Is Javian Hawkins in that category? I asked you if he's one of your top 10 rookie running backs, and I asked that question for a reason. When you look at Hawkins, you know, if you want to look at another 2020 rookie running back that's very similar, go watch what we did, the write-up in the film that we did here on YouTube about Michael Carter from UNC. Very similar size, gadget type player, you know, the abilities, the quickness, the versatility, the elusiveness, the struggles between the tackles, you know, a lot of the same things you see with Carter, you see with Hawkins. So if you're a guy who's targeting Michael Carter, do you wait around later and go after a Hawkins to see if maybe he falls into a spot where he can be that shifty third down back that gets involved a lot in the passing game, you know, and really gives you fantasy production there? It could be an intriguing conversation to be had if you're needing to build your roster in other areas more, and maybe you still want to make sure you grab a running back in this draft. It's not a bad idea. You know, obviously, I would encourage you guys to not only continue the conversation here with us on this video by answering my question, but also in all of our chats. But let's watch this combine process play out. Let's see what teams show interest. You know, as you go through the combine process, there's always information leaked. Now, some of it's smokescreen, but listen for things like what teams are interested in talking to the player, maybe some of the interviews, some of the right now it'll be the virtual interviews that are had. See what kind of teams are maybe just interested in talking to the player, because I think landing spot could be a big help or big hurt for a guy like Hawkins. If he goes somewhere, you know, think of like Tennessee where it's the Derrick Henry show and basically he gets spelled. They drafted a running back last year that you think is going to come in and get a little bit of love, a little bit of action because, you know, they've been trying to find a complimentary running back for a while. It's just a one-man show. You know, if he goes to a place like that, it's probably not going to do him much good. You know, yeah, they're looking for a pass-catching type running back, but they just use Derrick Henry in that role too. Even if he's doesn't do exceptionally well or exceptionally bad at it, they just keep using him. You know, so I would be cautious with when you start drafting running backs like this that we perceive as more of a gadgety type guy that maybe your 1B complement to a stable where he may be more focused on the pass catching side of things. You know, those guys don't shoot up your board so quickly. You know, you don't want to put him up high and spend a high draft pick when you could go after a higher end player at a different position. You know, especially with as deep as this class is at tight end, wide receiver. You know, we have quite a few quarterbacks that are of value. After your top few running backs, it'll really be interesting to see what teams start to target these guys, not only in the draft, but, you know, through the draft process. So be mindful. The team is not low on Hawkins. We are definitely intrigued by him, and that's why I asked you if he's one of your top 10 guys. You know, so make sure you answer that question. Make sure you keep this conversation going with us. We do appreciate everything you guys do. You know, you make RotoHeat and RookieDraftGuide.com what it is. We love having you guys around, having the conversation, agreeing with us, disagreeing with us, whatever. We respect you guys. We want to keep this conversation going. Don't forget Facebook, Discord, all the things. Hit us on Twitter. Live streams are back, so make sure you're tuning in and you're subscribed and you got notifications on so that you can be updated when I go live, when any of the other shows that maybe I don't host go live. We got a lot of stuff going on in this offseason, a lot of rookie content, a lot of different things, and we want you guys to be a part of it. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you again soon.